Hello boys and girls. It's been a while, right? So we've been super busy for about past month, and honestly I just didn't have time to get in front of the camera to make a video here. I appreciate you guys waiting for our next video, asking about when our next video is going to be. The love is much appreciated. Now today we're going to talk about something in a way controversial, also one of our best-selling items. People really want to argue or want to know about how the throttle controllers work. So I have two of them here. I'm gonna keep it really simple for you guys. These work. Hey, I'm done with the video. No, I'm just kidding. So let me explain to you how this works. So the way the OEM throttles work now is no longer a cable that runs from your accelerator pedal to your throttle body. So that used to be called throttle by cable. Now it's what we call throttle by wire. So it essentially is an electronic signal that goes from your throttle that's on your foot to your throttle body, and it interprets what your foot is doing and tries to mimic within the programming that the ECU has to open your throttle body a certain way. Now the good thing about this, and the reason a lot of basically all the new cars have gone this way, is it's easier to meet emission standards. So how do they do that? Basically, they do that by ramping up your throttle. Basically, what it does is, let's say you're taking off from a light, and then you decide to slam on the throttle all the way to 100%. If it was like an older car that was throttled by cable, the cable would essentially open up the throttle right away, and you will have 100% throttle opening at 2000 RPMs, right? Because basically your foot is pulling on the cable pulls on the throttle body opens. Now, if you do it this way, your MPGs could be really, really bad, especially if you're trying to get into the whole EPA standards. So what these manufacturers have done is replace that with wires, and now they have an ECU controlling what your foot does. So if you're in the same scenario, let's say you put your foot down all the way. Now your throttle actually doesn't open right away. It actually ramps up. So even if your foot is 100% down, the way the throttle is, instead of opening 100% right away, it will go 20, 30, 40, 50, and then it will go up to 100 after a certain point. Now, this is one of the reasons why you're feeling throttle lag in the newer cars. It's not necessarily the time between how your foot goes and then the time for the ECU to kind of, in a way, decipher what you're doing and then sending a signal to the throttle body. No, these computers are so fast that you're probably never even going to notice that. The reason it feels so slow every time you get on the throttle for the car to get moving is because they want you to feel slow. They slow that down, they ramp it up, they ramp it instead of actually just making it one-to-one with your foot. This way they can meet EPA regulations, they can meet the MPGs that they're claiming, etc., etc. So what do these do? A lot of Facebook posts and forum arguments, people are like, well, isn't it essentially the same thing as putting my foot down all the way? No, it's not. Basically, this gets rid of the ramping effect. So that's why people are actually reporting great reviews on these. People are actually reporting that their car is actually responding to what their foot is doing. Now, there are multiple settings on these. So it could be from eco setting all the way to way too crazy sensitive. Now, the end user does have capability to control to their liking of how sensitive you want these to be, but they are definitely not the same as putting your foot down to the ground. Because even if you put your foot down to the floor, well, it's still ramping. Let's get out of these get rid of the ramping effect, which essentially is the throttle lag you're experiencing. So these are not that expensive right now. I mean, depending on the brand, They'll start anywhere from like $125 all the way up to $400 or $500. Different brands have different types of settings. Different brands offer different types of controllers. Different brands have different reviews from people because they would have different settings. So it's not like, you know, almost like a cookie cutter type of thing where they put different labels on it. So I mean, I would say look into it, you know, do your research, see which brand has the better feedback from people. Maybe try out a few if you can. I mean, if you can afford to, why not? Figure out which one works best for you. It's a super easy install. Anybody can do it. Literally, here, let me open this one up and show you. There's basically two plugs. Basically, all you have to do is take the plug off of your throttle pedal, so accelerator pedal. You take that, you plug this in place, and this goes to the actual plug. So it just sits in between the throttle actuator, or actually no, that's not. So it sits in between the accelerator pedal and the plug. And then this portion goes to the controller, which you can mount on the dashboard somewhere. So you could change your settings and things like that. So super simple install, probably take you 10-15 minutes max to do so. Huge change in drivability, huge change in the way the car feels, the car responds. Keep in mind, this does not increase horsepower. This does not give you extra power whatsoever, but it works great with tunes because now you have the response and you have the extra power with the tunes. So don't forget to check these out on our website. Don't forget to check out our tunes on the website. If you don't see something on the website, always give us a call or email us at support@bloodtyperacing.com. We'll find it for you. We'll get it all done for you. We'll make sure you're all set and squared away for your dream car. All right, thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe, make sure to like the video, and share it to your friends who keep talking about these being fake. They do work. All right, thanks for watching, guys.